What's going on, everybody? It's David Palmer, the Leo King, and this video is more just a lot about what's kind of going on intuitively that I'm feeling. Of course, I am an astrologer and I base so much off astrology, but I'm trying to come back out with more videos talking about spirituality and more general subjects and what's happening in the universe. And there's definitely been a shift. And there's definitely been a shift where we are moving on to new challenges, new hopes, new dreams in our life. And for a while there, I'll be honest, while I was doing all these horoscopes for everybody, I almost, I don't know how better else to say this, but it's very hard to see extreme shifts in the universe because it's not going to be easy as an astrologer. It's going to be difficult. And I don't think we're fully out of the woods, but I think that we're so out of the woods that, at least we're seeing the exits now and we're all kind of choosing our roads out of the woods. That's the reason why I say that is because Pluto and Uranus, even though they're done officially squaring, they're starting to come back closer right now. And Pluto-Uranus, if you don't know, was a big square from 2012 to 2015. And combining that with Saturn and Scorpio like we had, that just brings for an extreme, chaotic disruption in the soul or a tear in the universe. And it's funny, I actually came back to this place. I did an uncut here in June, late May, early June. I was in a very bad place then too. That was during the Mercury retrograde. It was squaring Neptune. And I think May and June for all of us of 2015, that was the Pluto-Uranus square that had just kind of finished and was really letting its energy out. It was right after the eclipses that were part of the Pluto-Uranus square. And we came into, the middle of this year in the most chaotic situation that I have ever experienced in my life. And especially that I've ever channeled as an astrologer for the world. I've never come into that much of an intricate kind of energy or chart. Now I'm a young astrologer. I've literally only been doing this professionally since 2010. So it's not like I'm I've seen it all, and that's what I think. It's great to follow other astrologers and learn because you can. There's some astrologers that have seen things that maybe I haven't seen, But the one thing that I have going for me that I do with astrology is I use it as a channel. And to me, it's the channel of the universe. And I'm really good at tapping into that. And I'm an intellectual astrologer, but I lead more with my intuition. And I lead more with connecting with my guides. And for a while there, I'll be honest, I think it was very difficult for things to be very clear with channeling. When I started this, man, when it was chaotic and it was crazy, man, I came into this thing channeling like crazy if you watch some of my old horoscopes. But it was so intense in the universe, I think it was very difficult even for the other side of the coin. Whether you call that the spiritual world or the invisible world or the world of other frequencies or the frequencies that we can't see, I believe 100% from looking at the Earth and the geoastrology and understanding that same algorithm is happening throughout the universe because everything is, repeating itself if you just do the math or if you understand quantum physics, the same thing is happening in the spiritual world. And so I truly believe, are we really going to have this beep in the middle? That's a sign from the universe. And there's flies everywhere anyway. Woo! I feel like I'm a horse right now. Woo-hoo-hoo. And we're, Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that the other world of the frequencies was going through what we were going through. So it was difficult even for guides and angels and ourselves to get through this year. It was not an easy thing to get through. So I came back to this place because this is pretty much the place that I thought I was going to lose my grip on reality, which I think we all kind of went through this year. And so I've been going back to the places, and a psychologist would call it exposure therapy, where I had the most difficult times, and facing him, which has actually been kind of empowering, but at the same time it's been terrifying. And I think that part of us now has to learn to adventure again and open up those doors and open up and realize that the other side went through it, and the other side and this side of the world are reconnecting again, and that reconnection is going to be very strong and very powerful and very beautiful. But to have faith again, to have faith in yourself, to have faith, of course, always in God, that it's always going to be correct in the way that it's supposed to, but to have faith that really it's going to be okay, and to not let it keep affecting you or keep putting you down or keep holding you back from, the beauty of your life and expressing your love in your life. And so I just wanted to make this video to bring up faith, to bring up frequencies, and that behind the frequencies that we don't see has been many ripples and many tears, and there's some final weird shocks left. But when you've been shocked so many times, you can kind of handle it. And I think that's where we're at now. And I just want to, say thank you so much for following me through it all. It was a very up and down year for me, and I was very public about it. Leaving 2014, coming into 2015. I always do a year of the end address, which I can't believe I'll be doing that next month. But and those are very powerful for me because they highlight the whole year. And I might be doing it a little early right now, but I just want to say thank you for, being there with me and understanding with me. And it was a very crazy year for me as an astrologer, and to channel that energy and continue to be there every day for everybody. Because if you're not on my YouTube channel, I literally still do my daily every day on my app. And it's not easy. I'd say it's the toughest job in the world, but I think that we all have gone through the toughest job in the world, which is ascending higher and having faith and dealing with like the ripple in the universe and dealing with flies in your face and but no, just really, dealing with the craziness of life and how beautiful life is turning this corner. Because I believe in extreme chaos comes extreme beauty after it. I believe in extreme darkness comes extreme light. And we are definitely at that transition moment right now. And you'll remember this for the rest of your life. You'll remember that you went through this. And many people might not know, but I go to therapy once a week because in order for me to be a good therapist, I need to be able to talk to somebody who I don't know, who is a third party and can kind of see my life and see my ego and see my soul at a different perspective, how I deal with relationships and so forth. And it's been the most magical thing I've ever been through in my life, is being able to have a therapist and have somebody help me through my own journey. And so I always recommend talking to somebody or even if you have a friend or family member, about your life and your inner wants and your inner dreams and what's going on and your problems. And so you can let it out. And especially this year was intense, and doing videos with flies is not easy. I feel bad for horses out there, man. I kind of get the whole thing. Although, you know what? We are in Saturn and Sagittarius. You would feel more horsey. And of course, I'm out here in an open field. Of course, right? That we are at a place in our life now where we can be wherever we want to go. Sure, there's flies, our mind, our thoughts that say no and try and disrupt us. But I'm here, and you can go wherever you want to go now. So, I don't even know why I made this video, but I was called by the universe to come here. I was going home after therapy, and then literally I was like talking about exposure therapy to my therapist, about how I've been doing exposure therapy myself, like without any therapist telling me to do it, and how I believe it's kind of part of the universe and what's going on right now. And then I was like, oh my God, maybe I should go to this place that I had the kind of like the spot where I was almost about to give up on doing horoscopes every day and doing videos. And believe it or not, I had a lot of I don't even want to say names, but there were other astrologers telling me, you need to stop, and you're You need, and I think it's jealousy, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna get into that, but you know, it was like, it's always in yourself, you know? It's always in yourself. The battle's in yourself. And when people tell you no, or don't do something, or, you know, quit, or anything like that, don't listen to them. Listen to your own self when it's time to quit, you know? I'm glad I didn't quit. And I'm glad that I'm back out here on this field. You know, I do want to turn it. Look at it. There's all these hawks flying up here. Let me get this for you guys. Can you see them? Yeah, there they are. Yeah. Don't you love a hawk? I love a hawk. Yeah. But anyway. That's life. And that's this video. Thanks so much for all the support. I love you guys. And you know, might be a rambling video, but I think, you know, pondering is part of Sagittarius and where it's at. And reconnecting with my guides again, even though I was always connected with them in a stronger way, has been something. They showed up today for me in people walking on a street. It was crazy. And there was a signal that don't worry anymore. Even the other side was worried. And I think we all have to create that hope and create that happiness back in our life again. I'll see you guys on my next video. And thanks so much for all the support. And join me on my app on the Leo King on iPhone or Android, or the leoking.lookstack.com. Thanks so much. Love you. Talk to you later.